everyone! Today I have a party favor hat. This is a birthday hat, party favor, and I love creating these triangle boxes, and this one is a good size. So it's great for a party favor for a birthday. It would be just a cute little treat for a coworker, for just anybody, a grandchild, anybody it would be perfect for. But isn't it cute with the little pom-pom on the top that I made? that was so cute. And so we are going to make this today. This box is a good size, y'all. It's 4 3/4 by 5, but you can fit a lot of treats in here. Or I thought it'd be cute. I wanted it to be bigger so you could fit like a little toy in there. You know how you make little gift things for kids, birthday parties, and you put a little toy in there or something like that, and then candy, a little balloon maybe, anything like that. It would be super cute for a birthday party, and they're easy to make. So this is what I'm sharing today. So for those of you who are new, my name is Angie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I post on Tuesdays and Sundays. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video, and give it a thumbs up and comment. Those two things really will help my channel. So thank you so much for those of you who already do that consistently, and I really appreciate you. I love all you guys. Thank you. All right, so let's start with this. I am using Balmy Blue today, and this piece is 5 by 10. And then I did mat the back of this one, but you do not have to mat the back. I just decided to mat the back, and I'm using two pieces that are 4.5 by 4 3/4. And you need a piece of basic white. We're going to stamp the happy birthday on. I did use some scrap of the real red. I used Bubble Bath, and I used a pool party, not a pool party, but a Balmy Blue, and a Cajun Craze, I believe, for all of these. So these are little tags. I'm going to show you the stamp set here in a second, because I cut out one of these little banners out of basic gray. And the bundle that I'm using is this birthday celebration. So I use the happy birthday. You can put anything on this. You can make a wish. You could put hooray. You could put happy. And these come with numbers. So you could put, if it's a first birthday, you could put happy first birthday. You could put a 1 on there, because there's 1, 0, 6, 4, 7, 9, 8 on here. And there's 2, 3. I guess there's 1 through 8, 9. So you can do that. There's a bigger banner right here. There's flowers. There's so much in this one. It's so dang cute. And then I am not stamping the banner, but you can stamp it if you want to. But I love making my own banners because it just makes it better. All right, so I cut all those pieces out and they're ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment, because we need to have that ready. So I'm going to stamp the happy birthday, and I am fussy cutting this out. If you wanted to make a bunch of these, you can use your scan and cut, or I think the Cricut will do the same thing, cut out these. I have a Cricut, but I haven't used it in years, y'all. I love my scan and cut. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So I use that a ton, even to cut out images off of my designer series paper, which the designer series paper I'm using is the Totally Cute, the little turtles here, but I'm using the back side of one of them, which is that one. So that's the designer series paper we're using for this. All right, so I am going to fussy cut these, and I'm going to speed through all this so you don't have to watch it all, but yeah, it's really easy fussy cutting. Okay, we have our two pieces cut out, and if you watched me cut and you saw how I moved the paper and not the scissors, it really helps in cutting something like this. Okay, let's put that aside and let's make our box. Okay, we are going to score this, and we're only going to score one score mark on the scoreboard, and then we're going to hand score. So you're just going to score it in half at the 10-inch side at 5, and then we're just going to hand score some of this. So you do need something to mark the top of your page. It's 5 inches. We are going to mark it in half at 2.5 on this side, and then I just put a little dot. Sometimes I just use my stylus and I'll just mark it like that, but I want you to see it, so I'm going to use a little pen. Alright, so what you're going to do next is you're going to score from that point to the score mark you just made in the 1/2 inch part, at the 1/2 inch, or the 5-inch mark here. Okay, so we're going to score that down to that corner, and you're going to do the same thing. It's a upside down V that you are creating, and then you're going to do this top one the same way down to that corner, and then to this other one. And y'all, I've made so many of these boxes, different things. I made a Christmas tree one year. I made, I think, 2 Christmas trees. I did 2 different ways, and I did a Santa Claus, and I think I can't remember everything I've done, but now I've done a birthday party hat, which is so cute. But you can do so much with these boxes. You can make them all different sizes. Alright, so this is the box. Y'all, it's so easy to do. So you have it right here. So what I'm going to do first, I want to decorate it and everything before we get started. So pick which one you want your side. Oh, first we need to cut our matting pieces. So how you're going to do this is just about the same way. You're going to need your trimmer. On the 4.5 inch side, you are going to mark it at 2.25. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it again, 2.25 here, and you're only doing it on one side this time, but make sure it's the 4.5 inch side. And do it at 2.25. And then we are going to just cut down from that corner to that corner there. So I'm going to grab my trimmer. You can even cut these at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that mark we just made at the 2.25 in the channel here of the cutter, and you want this point to be in the channel as well. So line them up real straight and then just cut down. Okay, and then you're going to just turn it, that point again, and then this corner, both keep in the channel, and then cut. And here are your matting pieces. You can even save these and use these for punching or whatever you would like to do. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is mat them. So I'm going to go ahead and mat it with my seal. I think this seal's almost empty, y'all. Every time I get on here, I think I have to refill one of the seals. All right, so we're going to put this one on here, and you're going to see it fits really good on there. And then I'm doing the other side, but like I said, you don't even have to do the other side. I have some birthdays coming up. Definitely can use it for some co-workers. All right, and then this one as well. Let me get that lined up. All right, so now we are going to decorate it. We are going to put on our happy birthday that we just cut. We're going to make our little banner. Let's do the banner first. And I'm going to use my wet glue for this. And one way you want to do it is to see where you want to put your banner. And then I usually just clip off the end. I'm going to put it kind of diagonally like that. And I'll clip the ends. And then we're going to do our banner here. And I'm going to start, let's see, I'm going to put it on here instead of on the banner, but you can do it anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and put the red one on first. I'm looking to see because they do have direction on here. Maybe it'll be better on the banner. Maybe it'd be a little bit easier just at the very edge. I just didn't want to put too much in it, like overflow. And then I'm going to put my last one on the end. So I'm going to use the Balmy Blue. We're going to put that one on this end so I can get this in the center. So they're pretty even. Like that. Look how cute they are. I love making my own little banners. Okay, and then I don't know if this one's retired or not. I can't remember. I need to look it up. If it is, it won't be in the supply list, which if you are new, I put a supply list on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com along with an inspiration sheet with all the measurements. This one is the Beep Builder Punch, and I'm just going to use the little heart off of it, but if you have another heart punch, anything like that, you can use that. But I do love this little heart, and it fits perfect in on the banner. So we're going to glue that one on. There, and then we're ready to glue it on here. And I want to make sure I have enough room for my birthday, which is going to go down at the bottom here. So I might want to move that up a little bit, and I might have to move this one here. That's why I like using the glue. Oh, I'm going to have to add a little bit here. Actually, when I did it last time, y'all, I did it on the box after I put the box together. Maybe I should have done that this time. Okay, I think that's going to be good. Alright, so let's glue this on. You can glue it down all the way if you want. I'm just putting it on that little gray piece that we made. Alright, and then we're going to put the birthday on. I'm just going to glue this one on. Scoot that up a hair. This is why I love wet glue, y'all. You can move it if you need to, if you work really fast. Okay, there's our birthday, and then we're going to do the happy up here at the top. There. Alright, so we got it all decorated, but look how cute it is. I just love that. Alright, for the top part, I am going to use my 1/8 inch hole punch here, and I am going to punch. This top part is going to go back, by the way. I'm just going to punch a hole in the side here, and then I'm going to do it the same thing on this side. Just make sure you got your sides lined up, like to the edge here. I'm going to grab my ribbon that I'm using, which is the Pretty in Pink, and make sure you have a nice point on it, because these holes are small, but I like them small. You can make them bigger if it's hard for you to work with these little holes. But let me see, I can do this at the same time. And then you want to make sure that you go through this back one first, and then the front one again. And you want to leave this long enough so you can put your little puff on there. And we're going to make it with this ribbon. So you want to make sure it's long enough. You're going to end up cutting it, but you want to make sure it's long enough so you can have it to tie. They do have to untie this to get into the box, so fill it first and then add it, and they just have to untie this part right here. So we're going to make a little puff here. And I'm just making it like I would make a bow, but let's see, make sure I have it the right size. Yeah, I think that's good. And I'm just going back and forth. I'm just holding it and I'm going back and forth here. I even might have this one a little bit bigger than the last one. And you want to do it, I think I did it 5 times or so. And don't worry about these being perfectly even because you're going to spread them out. Let me see how many I did on that one to be sure. Let's see, I did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So I have 5 here. Let's do one more. It depends how fluffy you want it. But it's cute. I think this makes this little box. All right. And you're going to just cut that. I'm going to grab some of my, this is the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. I'm just going to use a piece of basic white. This could be tricky because you have to hold onto this and tie the knot at the same time. But you can do it. I did it. You just have to be careful. Hold it. And you want it to be right in the middle. Yeah, this one's definitely bigger, I think, than the last one I made. So we'll see what this one. You want to pull it really tight and make sure that they're even. And then knot it. You know what? I think I have my little, yeah, I have these here. So I'm going to try to hold that with my little tweezers so I can get my knot real tight. There we go. This makes it easier, y'all. So many times have y'all told me that. use those little tweezers, and I'm like, I never usually have them close to me, but I was using them for something else. All right, so we are going to add this to the top here, to your box, and you're going to tie this. You can tie a bow. If you want really easy, I'm just going to tie a knot. But you can tie a bow because it'll fit right in to that. Let me tie a circle first, and I'll make sure I have that right in the center. Okay, there you go. So tie that and tie it tight. And you can tie a bow like I said, or you can just tie another knot like I did. And you're going to leave these loose, and you're going to cut them the length of the bow because you want them to be able to open this pretty easily. So we're going to cut these. And what you're going to do is you're going to just start fluffing these out. Just pull them up and out like that. Everything's falling off my desk, y'all. So you just want to keep fluffing them up. You know how when you make a bow, like a big bow for a gift, that's exactly what you want to do. You just keep fluffing it. Okay, so there you have it. Sorry, my camera stopped in the middle. I don't know what's going on again. I had that issue fixed, but yeah, it stopped. So I just went ahead and fluffed it. This one is a little bit longer. These are 2.5 inches. I like the smaller better. Here's the other one. I like the smaller better, this one. And this is 2 inches. So if you make your strips as you're going 2 inches, I think I like it better. But it's up to you. You tell me which way you like them better, the bigger ones or the smaller. I don't know. But I hope you enjoy this one, everyone. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.